We are extremely happy for today's show because, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to do a little bit of a tribute for Ms. Meisner a little bit later. But we have two amazing guests that are here with us today. One is here live in the studio, and the other is from Austin, Texas, and she's going to be Skyping in here in a little bit. But I have the pleasure of having Elias Cami on the show with ELDA Management Services, and so I want to welcome you to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great to be here.
It's an amazing time for you and many other members to come onto the show and promote your business and get additional exposure, as I had mentioned, right? So welcome to the show. We're excited that you're here. This is the time where, if you can imagine in your chapter, when you do a 30 or 45 seconds or a 60-second commercial, it's usually pretty quick. 60 seconds can go by pretty quick. Mm-hmm. But here, we're doing this show and we're allowing all the members to do a 10 to 12-minute presentation about your business and or have a conversation about your business. So this is the time where you get to give us your commercial about your business, a little bit more of an extended version since we have a little bit more time. So our viewers and listeners are right in that camera over there. So please tell us about your business.
Yeah, so my name is Elias Cami, and I am the broker owner of ELDA Management Services, and we do residential property management. We handle investment properties for our clients, and these clients could be here in Houston or could be anywhere in the world. Okay. We manage roughly about 200 properties currently, and what that means is that we are a licensed broker, so we have the ability to market and lease your properties. And we do all the photography for them. We do all the prep, the prepping to make sure that these homes are ready, that they look good, that they ready for our tenants to lease out. We also check all the backgrounds. We do all the screening for our for the clients, for the applicants that want to move into these properties. We do all the paperwork, the legal work. We handle everything for our clients. Once the tenant gets to move in, we handle all the collections. We handle all the maintenance and coordination of the property. So if there's a repair that's necessary, mm-hmm. They contact us. We have great vendors that work with us all around, and hence BNI has been an amazing opportunity for us because the more vendors that can help us, the more we can provide work for. So if we have any roofers or any plumbers or any AC, HVAC, anybody, we tend to be able to give a lot of work to a lot of our BNI members.
Absolutely.
So BNI has been very, very good for us in this area, and and then we do we do a lot of the legal and all the insurance claims, everything that's necessary to make sure that this property is being maintained and handled appropriately. Mm-hmm. So
awesome. Thank you for sharing your commercial. I see your website there scrolling, and an amazing looking website. So let's go back to your business as what you do for your clients, right? So you said just about everything from A to Z when it comes to servicing and or managing a property, right?
Correct.
So our clients, or not our clients, our viewers and listeners and our members, would like to know, what is the ideal client for you? Are you looking for residential homes, multifamilies, office buildings? What do you guys are looking for?
Right. So in the residential world, we do manage single-family homes. We do manage condos, duplexes, quadplexes, and small complexes that are it could be anywhere 50 doors or less. Mm-hmm. Basically anything that can be done with off-site management. So it is single-family for the most part, and I'm looking for investors, people who buy properties as an investment. Mm-hmm. That could be one property, it could be one owner, and it could be as many as they have, 100, 200. We're always looking for growth.
Yeah, it could be an investment firm that is
Absolutely.
looking to acquire more properties. So in regards to maintenance for the properties, you guys have a list, or I imagine, as you mentioned a minute ago, your BNI members benefit from this because you can refer either a plumber or electrician or anything, any of those trades to service those properties, right?
Yes.
So
absolutely.
The ideal tenant for these properties, obviously, is anyone who is looking to lease the property, not necessarily purchase the property, right? Or can they purchase the property if they choose to?
That's really up to the independent client. If at some point they're looking to sell their property, they can definitely go through us, and we can, ask the tenant if they're interested in purchasing. And they do, and they are at that point, they don't have to move. Makes it really easy to, to purchase. So there's definitely an opportunity there for any tenant to purchase.
Yeah. You mentioned a little while ago that you service at about 200 properties currently right now. Are they all here locally in Houston, or do you have them, everywhere in the world?
No, all the properties are localized here in Houston and the surroundings.
Okay.
So we do manage basically all the suburbs in Houston as well.
Okay. Any particular area that you prefer to work or manage properties in?
Not necessarily an area, but more importantly, we want to take on clients and properties that want to make sure that that the properties are taken care of. Because no matter what, we want to provide a good product for our tenants.
Okay.
And so we don't really worry too much about the area. We just worry about making sure that property is taken care of well.
Okay. So do you do some of that work yourself as far as managing the properties, or do you go out to the properties yourself, or do you have staff that goes out and does this for you?
Yeah. So we have we are departmentalized. I like to go visit a property when I acquire a new client, because I always want to know what the property looks like.
Right.
But from that point forward, we have a staff that does the walkthroughs before and after a tenant moves in. And, we have actually a maintenance department that actually goes in and prepares the homes, to make them ready for the next tenant. So we do have individual moving pieces that have access to that property.
Awesome. So another question that I have for you, as far as the size of the property, does it matter the size? I mean, we have, here in Houston, we have some amazing, beautiful mansions, and then we have your, standard, homes that are just for, average individuals.
Yeah.
So, what size is your niche, if you would?
We really work. A lot of our properties are, from the smaller all the way to some of the larger, and we have a lot of the, 3-story beautiful new construction properties downtown and in the Heights areas, and we have properties in different areas. So we don't have a limit as to the size. They just required a little bit different maintenance and a little bit different, tenant that moves in. We typically don't work a lot with furnished properties, so we primarily focus with empty properties. So that's kind of where we look at mostly.
Gotcha. Okay. And one of the things that you had mentioned earlier was being focused to your clients, right? You want to be able to provide the greatest service to your clients. So ELDA, like many other companies that do the same service, what or how does ELDA set itself apart from all the competition that's out there?
Yeah, so we're one of the few companies that is fully bilingual. And also, we are also one of the few companies that still likes to answer the phones, and that's a very big, important,
That's a huge plus.
Yes, it's too difficult when you have to go through all the, through all the voicemail systems and just end up somebody's voicemail. So we're there to answer the calls, whether you're a tenant or an owner or a vendor. We're there to answer the calls, basically 24/7, because we even have our emergency services in the evening.
Yeah.
Picking up the calls and making sure that our tenants have access to any kind of repair if necessary or emergency.
Yeah. I've said it before in many meetings to where it's not necessarily about what we do for a living, because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people that do what we do professionally. So competition could be kind of saturated, right? But it is the level of service that we provide to our clients, so that our clients don't have to worry about, once we are provided with the contract and or the opportunity to help our clients, you want to make sure that they have that peace of mind, right? That your services, your company has that taken care of, right?
Absolutely.
Aside from setting yourself apart from everyone else by something that's huge for me nowadays, that you guys like to answer your phone. And that is something that a lot of companies don't do. A lot of companies have a 1-800 number, or they have a local number, but what answers is an automated service that,
right.
You have to hit, button 1 for one section, one option or whatnot. And so answering the phone for me is huge.
Right.
That sets a company apart for me, because I do the same thing for my business. And I think that attention to detail alone could potentially grant you the opportunity to even have additional business, right? So congratulations to you on that. Congratulations on your company. I think it's a great service. It's a great company that you have. And now I want to ask you about your BNI chapter.
Okay.
Usually when I ask that question, that same reaction that you just have, it happens to everyone. Everyone gets this big old grin on their face because everybody loves their chapter, right? You know, so you have some great relationships, and that's what we do in BNI. We build relationships, right? So tell me a little bit about your chapter.